This video contains spoilers for the Indigo disc. Watch at your own risk. Pokemon Masters, Bookkeeper Toby here, and it turns out playing the Indigo disc, there are actually a lot of hidden details, Easter eggs, secrets, things of that nature. I have already done 10 that you can just pick up from seeing the trailers. If you want to see that video, you can click somewhere around the screen or in the description, but here are 15, well, actually a few more than 15, just 15 looks better in a thumbnail, 16, 17 Easter eggs, secrets, and hidden things in the world of the Indigo disc. So an obligatory plug here, and thank you so much to all of you who have been supporting me in buying the kind of the Tropical Festivities jumpers and the t-shirts and the Tree of Evolution posters. The store is closing down in 2 weeks' time. It closes down at the end of the year, so if you want to get something, get it while you can. Link at the top of the description, and just thank you because it supports me when I head off from the channel. Starting with number 1, the Blueberry Academy itself. You speak to Cyrano and you ask him, hey, why is it called the Blueberry Academy? And he tells you it's to do with the language of flowers. And it's so interesting to see Pokemon directly reference this in-game, because for as long as I've been doing secrets and Easter eggs in the world of Pokemon, I've known that the language of flowers has been a huge part of Pokemon since the days of like X and Y, and especially in Sun and Moon. I mean, hugely in Sun and Moon. There are so many location names and character names that are simply based off of flowers. I mean, I think like Gladion is based off of, I've got it here, the Gladius flower, which is really interesting. Lily is, of course, a lily. I think Lysander is a flower. Peony, Chairman Rose, obviously. It's such a huge part of Pokemon. It has been since Generation 1. Oak, Elm, Rowan, and Juniper. The idea of focusing on flowers and trees and plant life has always been a huge part of Pokemon, and it's just interesting to see them directly reference it in-game. Number 2, it was unreal. This was just speculation, but Lacey is confirmed to be the daughter of a gym leader in the Unova region, a male gym leader, which is, of course, I think everyone agrees is probably Clay, which also means she's a descendant of Leon from Pokemon Legend Arceus. Why Clay? It's the name, L-A-C-Y, Lacey, C-L-A-Y. Clay. They're related. She's got the little diamond things in her hair, and of course Clay has his little diamond thing on his hat, and I think it just ties in with, like, in Driftveil, for example, you can find the crystals, which kind of look a little bit like terrestrial crystals, and if anyone's going to help Cyrano create the Blueberry Academy, it's probably going to be someone like Clay with, like, a mining facility, and in fact, in Pokemon Black and White 2, they get the Pokemon Worlds Tournament in Clay's town, in Driftveil, so the idea that these places are related makes complete sense. 3, speaking of the Unova region, of course, just north of Driftveil City is the Chargestone Cave, and Chargestone Cave, I think it's the Chargestone Tunnel in the Blueberry Academy, gets directly named. So I think the people of Driftveil had a big kind of input on how the dome was created. Number 4, there's Unovan music, and it's so fun to hear the battle theme. You will have noticed it. It's barely an Easter egg. It's right there, front and center. There is Unovan music. Number 5, now there's been a long-running theory that Kieran is being secretly possessed by the Peach Pokemon. We've seen the Peach Pokemon. This is not leak stuff. We've actually seen it in the Teal Mask. It's just hidden, well hidden, but we've seen the Peach Pokemon, and it's based on this story of a Peach possessing things. And twice in the DLC, Cyrano, when he's about to unveil the secrets of the terrarium, says, "Oh, I'm being such a plum," and a peach are pretty similar. And then later on, he refers to Kieran directly by going, Kieran is kind of peachy, or keep things peachy, or something along those lines. He definitely calls him peachy, so a direct nod at that. 6, if you speak to Perrin and you've evolved the Growlithe that you got in the Teal Mask into an Arcanine, you get exclusive dialogue, and she just notices that you've evolved the Growlithe. Number 7, so in the Indigo disc, we actually get an item called the Indigo disc, and it looks an awful lot like a TM. This is a throwback to something we haven't seen since the days of Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green with the TM case. TMs really are discs, which means in order to learn a move, you insert them into your Pokemon? I hope not. Number 8, after completing the Blueberry Academy League, you win as champion, and there's a discussion about Kieran becoming one of the Elite Four, and then what that would mean for Crispin, and does that mean that Crispin is knocked off of the Elite Four? And that's just really interesting, because we've never seen anything like that in World before. We don't really know how the league structure works, how someone gets promoted and knocked off. What happens when someone is made a new champion? Are they offered a place on the championship? It seems that the people of the Blueberry Academy are kind of unsure as to what the rules are because you're an exchange student, but I wonder if this was like the Indigo League, when Gary defeats the Indigo League, does he get the option to just become the champion? I guess he does. In which case, did he knock Lance down from champion? And if so, which Elite Four member did you not battle because everyone got pushed down the chain once? But then when Gary, I keep saying Gary, it's Blue, I'm so sorry, I'm such a fake fan. When Blue eliminates Lance, Lance then becomes the top of the Elite Four. Is that how it works? I don't know. It's just interesting insight that we get here from the Blueberry Academy. And again, Blue, not Gary. There are just 16 days left to grab yourself a copy of the Tree of Evolution poster, as well as anything else on my merch store. Once they are gone forever. Thank you so much for supporting this channel over the years. Link is at the top of the description. Let me know if there's any theories you want me to cover in these last 2 weeks. Thank you all for watching, and so hi, Pokemon Masters.
Hello there, it's me, Professor Oak. This video is over, so please choose another one wisely, and quickly. Bye-bye.
Thank you anyone who has ever contributed through Patreon, and especially the big patrons of this month, Lucas Gates, Anthony Lee, Charmander Ansible, Wietse Dik, Immortal Absol, and Jed Rubin. Thank you for your incredible support.